Is now a good time to buy or sell real estate in Delaware County, Pennsylvania? Stay tuned for the answer. Hello, I'm Veronica Woods from Daniel Woods Real Estate Company. You are in the right place if you want to create wealth and build a legacy using real estate. So if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button on this video if you like what you hear, and you will help me in the algorithm and be found by more people. So in this video, we're going to talk about the real estate market for Q1 2021 in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, or suburban Philadelphia. So the story and the headline remains the same, folks. The real estate market continues to be hot. The drivers are even the same. One, it's a low inventory of homes on market. Second, mortgage rates continue to be near record lows, even though they have creeped up a little bit in 2021. And I'll throw in a third factor for sellers is the impact of the continued extensions of the eviction moratoriums. So sellers of rental properties have been under pressure with the unknown about will the tenants indeed vacate the property at the time of settlement, and that has posed some extra stress for them, quite honestly, and as well as opportunity for first-time home buyers to buy properties that may need a little work, some cosmetic updates, but that has been the value play right now for a lot of first-time home buyers, as long as they're not expecting a property in move-in condition. So with that, let's jump right into the stats for Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Again, these stats come from Bright MLS, and we're going to be focusing on the trends of the houses that are on market or sold on the MLS. Let's start by talking about inventory. So this chart shows that homes are clearly selling as fast as they're coming to market in Delaware County. The chart on the left, you can see a dramatic decline in homes available for sale between Q1 2020 and Q1 2021. But you don't see the same relevant decline in the amount of closed transactions. You actually have seen an increase of 14% in closed transactions year over year. If we look at another metric of inventory, one popular stat is the months of inventory on hand. So 1.6 means that with the current pace of the market and the available amount of homes, we only have a 1.6 month supply. A balanced market would show 5 or 6 month supply. So again, you're firmly in a seller's market. Another way of measuring the pace is looking at the average days on market, or the time it takes to be on market to get under contract. So in Delaware County for Q1, it was only 31 days, which is almost a 50% decline over the previous year. Now, just to stop to just talk about the sales volume. As I mentioned, the sales volume had not declined year over year, and want to make the point that it's clustered. Roughly 19% of sales happen in Upper Darby Township, which actually does make up a couple of municipal areas. The zip codes that had the most sales across Delaware County was Drexel Hill with 126 sales. So just for those who are less familiar with Delaware County, the map that you see on the screen represents 43 zip codes. When we get into pricing detail stats, I will highlight the zip codes that actually had the most transactions just for statistical significance. So I'm going to be focusing on the zip codes that had at least 47 sales for Q1. Now, this is back to looking across all of Delaware County. So just looking at the price buckets. So there were 27 sales that were under $50,000. And you can see the bulk of the sales are between $100,000 and $250,000. So there are a lot of starter home price points available within Delaware County. If you look at the average discount, so this is a question I get asked about when you're trying to put in your offer, what's realistic. So on average, sellers accepted 98.6% of their original asking price for Q1. Now, if we do a comparison of this 98.6% price ratio, and how does that compare to some of the zip codes that had the most transactions, 19082, which is again part of Upper Darby, had the most discount of 97.7%, and you can see the average price point of 119 is definitely below the average for across Delaware County, which is 245,000. The zip code that had actually buyers paying the most was 19023, which is Darby. So buyers paid on average 101% of the asking price, and you can see that the price point for Darby is even lower than Upper Darby. Then in terms of appreciation, the average appreciation across Delaware County was 12.6%. And point out 19023, same Darby, on one hand, it had high appreciation, but on the other hand, buyers also paid a premium. So I guess actually not on the other hand, those two numbers kind of go together. And then at the 115,000 price point, another zip code to point out for high appreciation was 19073, which is Newtown Square. But you can see the average price point for Newtown Square is much higher, and is actually higher than the average in Delaware County. I would say there were a number of new construction townhomes that came to market within the last few years within that area. I do want to make one last takeaway point with regard to pricing before I wrap up this video. So I showed you that the average sales price to asking price, the average discount across Delaware County was 98.6%. That has increased year over year, and that is something that my buyers have felt, whether they're a first-time home buyer or investor, thinking, where are the discounts? Why am I not able to negotiate a deeper discount with these sellers? The quick, short answer is they don't have to, because it's a seller's market. So I've implored my buyers to think differently about their bidding strategy. And quite frankly, the best deals right now are with homes that need a little bit more work. So with more work, there is opportunity. Now, if you are a newer investor and want to learn more about how to prepare to get into the rental property market, do want to highlight the video that's appearing on the screen now. I recently recorded a podcast with a financial planner where we drop gems about how to prepare to get into rental property ownership. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll hit the like button if you liked what you heard. And as always, happy investing.